These are 3 things that you need to be updating on your TikTok right now. As somebody who works with people who are growing on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to form community and conversations, I see a lot of the same mistakes over and over again. We've done lots of videos on this. But one of the things that I'm seeing is that people are not updating certain areas of their TikTok for many months to many years, and that does not serve you or your platform. So you want to make sure that once a quarter, you are updating these 3 areas. The first is your biography. Now, you need to have a very strong biography that is not about you, but about why people benefit from being around you. We've done videos on your biography before. You can check them out here on the channel, so we're not going to get too deep into it right now. But you need to have an actionable biography that tells people why they benefit and why they should stay there. And you need to make sure every quarter you are checking in and updating this to make sure it's still relevant. Sometimes your business and your brand shifts. Sometimes you add things in and take things away. So if your biography is not still relevant and actionable, you're not serving your platform, you're not serving your audience, and you're certainly not serving yourself. So you want to make sure that you're looking at your biography once a quarter and updating it. And sometimes it can stay the same. Sometimes it can, but sometimes you need to tweak things. Sometimes you learn a little bit more about how to write an active biography. And sometimes the world of biographies and what works and what doesn't changes, whether or not it is still relevant to you. So you need to be looking at it, and you need to make sure that it is going to be the thing that converts people from looking at your profile to following your profile. Your biography is very, very, very important. If you have questions on it, go ahead and drop that down below. But we've done videos and we've done many live streams, courses, all sorts of things on how to write a really good bio. So I have that all covered for you already, but drop your questions. You also then want to make sure you're looking at your pinned posts. You get 3 pinned videos on your TikTok channel. These videos should not be the ones that went viral if they are not relevant to your business. You have to be looking at those pinned posts once a quarter and making sure they best represent your business and best represent educating your following, educating your community. You want to make sure they're relevant to the things that you're talking about and you're teaching and you're selling and your community that you're building and relevant to those conversations. And they're helping to educate and facilitate people sticking around, even if those are the videos that are not the most watched. Oftentimes we will pop off for something that's fine with our business or brand, but that is not the most relevant thing. So those vanity metrics of having big views don't actually help you. And in fact, if you've pinned the video that has 100,000 views or 1,000,000 views, but is not, super relevant to your audience, and then they look at those pop-off videos and then they see your most recent videos are getting 100 views, 200 views, that's a disconnect. And that tells people, oh, they popped up once, but couldn't keep up with it. So don't look at the vanity metrics of having a big viewed video and say that's the one that should be pinned if that's not going to help facilitate people staying on your content, engaging with your content, and potentially buying from you or buying into you. Having those pinned posts as something that's relevant to what's going on right now inside of your community is going to be what is the best for you. I recommend at minimum you're looking at this once a quarter, but if you want to look at this once a month, that's going to work to your benefit as well. You can switch them out. And again, 3 pinned videos, which you can then keep on rotation if you need to. They don't always have to stay the same. You also want to make sure that you're paying attention to your links. Your links need to be updated at least once a quarter. And you need to make sure you have a really good, strong link game. You should not be using something like Linktree. They have come out to say they are not letting you do things like that. And if you're using programs like Linktree, it not only does it not help you, but it actually hurts you. So you want to make sure you're being smart about the links you're putting in your bio. I do recommend, and I have videos on this, I've done courses on this, I've done all the things on this, that you are creating a subdomain on your website. So the website that you already own, you are creating a subdomain or a specific page on that website, and you're creating your own version of Linktree, and you have the most relevant things first. So your contact information, you're going to have information on how people can work with you or book you for whatever. You're going to then have the other most relevant things. So directing them to your social medias, or if you are somebody who's doing like a very heavy page on affiliate marketing, you're going to have your Amazon storefront, your Target storefront, and all of those things listed in order of relevancy. You want to make sure it looks pretty, it looks nice, and it's mobile designed. Oftentimes we will design our web pages for a desktop version and it looks wonky on your mobile version. So you have to be smart about how you're designing this and what order you're putting those things in, and you're dividing them up into sections so that it's not just a bunch of buttons. We've, again, done lots of videos on this, how to design these things, so make sure you're checking those out. But make sure you have the most relevant links up top. If you did like a brand deal and you were required to leave a link there and you've left it there for like a year, maybe it's time to remove that if it's no longer relevant. So you want to go through and just cultivate and curate the list of links that you have there and the design elements that you have there to make sure the flow is very easy and it's very easy for people to navigate and understand and get to where they're going first. As always, when it comes to links, the more choices you give people, the less likely they are to take action. So if you have 100 links, people are not going to scroll through that to figure it out. And if you've got a whole bunch of links where they could be going, they're not going to go. So you want to make sure you're very clear and judicial on the links that you're using, because that can make or break whether or not people are going to click them. If I go to your page and I see that you have 20 different links, I'm probably not going to go anywhere. If you have 17 million different social media accounts, I'm probably not going to go check them out. If you're trying to send me to 7 different websites to get information about you, I'm probably not going to go to that. But if I do know that you are doing like an affiliate marketing thing and I want to get your Amazon stuff, I'll click on your Amazon. If on your Amazon you have 17 different boards and they're not clearly organized and labeled for me, I'm not going to go through the process of trying to find those things. So convoluted links do not help your success. Having too many options does not help your success. So be very clear and very specific about what people should do and where they should go. If you tell them this is the order, here's where you're going. If you came to me, you are now going to go to this one location to get something really valuable. Now you've got people taking action. So be very, very specific on those and curate those links at least once a quarter to make sure they're all still relevant, they're all still working, you don't have any broken links, and they are in a way that's easy to navigate and has a clear plan of action for people to go through that flow to benefit from being with you. So clean up your TikTok. Let's check up on this at least once a quarter, right in your calendar. Put a reminder there and go through the process of making sure you've updated your links, updated your bio, and you have updated all of the other things, including your pinned posts that are going to be relevant to people understanding who you are and how you benefit and how you value them by following you. Drop your questions on how to make the most of your time at TikTok down below, and make sure you check out the full TikTok playlist where I show you how to use button for button, click for click, the different features in TikTok, how to benefit and how to level up the content you're creating while also saving time and effort creating your content. I teach you how to film your TikTok start to finish, like coming up with the idea to posting it in under 5 minutes, because we're really, really fast about how we do it for 90% of your content to save you time and effort so you can live your best life while also living out your TikTok dreams. We'll see you in the upcoming daily episodes.